Hey guys, and welcome to the next part of the 3ds Max female character modelling tutorial. We're basically taking an overview from very beginners all the way through to quite advanced stuff at the end. It's probably going to take no more than 2 hours max. Each of the videos are about 25 minutes long. This one I'll try and keep down to about 20, but I said that for the last one, it ended up being 25. So anyway, if you open up your project and go straight in, you remember we did pretty much the whole of the body. And we created a box, and then we created symmetry. We set up our scene so that we could model and have an effective workflow, and I showed you how to do all of that. I actually had to rebuild my whole thing because Knobber Jockey over here decided that he was gonna fucking delete everything and then not save. So let that be a lesson to you. Make sure you save. It's very important. But I've set everything back up and we're good to go. So let's just go ahead and look at Turbo Smooth and make sure that's in. And this is what our body looked like roughly, or should have roundabout, that sort of thing. We added the symmetry and then we added the body, and it looks very body-like, which is very cool. And let's go back to the back view. Right, okay, we'll turn the Turbo Smooth off, and I'm going to go ahead and select Edit Poly. I'm going to go and select some vertexes. I'm going to go into vertex mode, and I'm just going to start to round down. I'm going to select down the scene at the front, and I'm going to turn it into a much more natural looking shape rather than being very square. It's going to go in slightly, and then I'm going to take that in as well and taper it. In fact, I might even just grab that one up there as well, and I'm just going to taper that in some more, and I'm going to bring it back a little more, and there we go with that one. And then again, I'm going to do the same on the back, so I'm just going to go around, select remember you can only affect one side, and then it just mirrors everything on the other side because we're using the symmetry. And again, let's just go ahead and select all of these. We're just going to pull them in and forwards, and then I'm just going to select that one in there, and I'm just going to pull that in so she's got a nice butt crack. Oh, can't see very well there, but there you go. You can probably see that there. And then as soon as I add in the Turbo Smooth again, it will do exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to add, if you're not sure on how to select multiple items at once, then it's hold down the control button. And that is probably not too bad. Okay, so she looks like she's got a bit of a package there. I don't really want that, do I? So why? There we go. Okay. Let's just lift her little mound up. Try and be as politically correct as possible, and then Turbo Smooth back on, and oh yeah, there you go. That looks pretty damn sexy to me. Look at that butt. Look at that butt. Oh yeah. Oh baby, yeah. Okay, so as promised, now we're going to work on some detail and like the breasts. Every man out there has always been hoping, it's always secretly wished to create their own boobs. I know I'm included in one of those, very definitely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the polygon mode, and I'm just going to select this little band around here, and then I'm going to slide down to extrude and set the thing to 0.025. She's not going to have huge boobs, but reasonable. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. So all that's done is it's just pulled her boobs forward, or that bulky area forward for us, which is great. So now if I add the Turbo Smooth back in, oh well, it's just created some very pert tits right there. Look at that. Pretty much fucking perfect first time. But I don't really want that. I want to just extend them out so she's got a bit of cleavage and it looks a bit more natural. And that's it, pretty much. Just got a nice pair of tits there. Very, very tasty. I wouldn't turn those down. You know, of course, you know, if you wanted a pair of massive knockers, you could just pull these out and expand them, resize them. Woo! Huge boobs. Huge boobs. Massive rack. But we don't really want that. So, okay. So that's breastage done. I'm quite happy with that. Now, I'd like a collarbone in here. I mean, I think that's going to be the next thing. So let's turn the turbo smooth back off and look and see what we've got. So if I go along, I'm going to go back to vertex mode. Okay, in fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to go to this mode. And I'm going to select that and that. And then I'm going to connect these back down to connect again. And that's actually done nothing for me. At all. That's fucking marvellous. Right, okay, so let's go back up to vertex mode. Let's just go and select our vertexes and see if we can't just and then let's just auto connect these. Let's go with that one, and you know what, let's do this from front view, back view. Right, okay, so what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to just select that, and I'm going to connect. Yeah, there we go, cool. Right, so I can now pull these forward slightly. And then I'm going to go to my vertex mode. I'm going to pull the collar itself, this one here. I'm going to pull that in and down, and then that should, in theory, just make our tits look droopy. Not what we really wanted, was it? Okay, right, sorry about this. Okay, so we are here. We are gonna go take turbo smooth. That's why. So turbo smooth on. I'm an idiot. You can't really do anything with vertexes when you're in turbo smooth mode. Okay, so my next job is gonna be taking the vertexes. I'm gonna take this vertex, this one here. I'm going to drag it up because these look exceedingly droopy. I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to put it in a touch, down a tad, and same with this one here. It's going to go down a little bit. Awesome. Okay, turn this back on, and yeah, there you go. She's got a bit more detail to this chest area here, so she's got these two ridges. Okay, cool. Take off turbo smooth. Right, so next thing we're probably going to want to do is look at arms. So let's extend these arms out. Let's go to polygon mode. I'm going to select that, and I'm just going to go straight ahead and extrude that bad boy out. And I'm going to do this one by hand. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to back mode and look at that, and it's going to need to be resized, so let's just resize this right back down. Awesome. Okay, and go back to vertex mode and try and straighten everything up now. So grab that, go back to press W on the keyboard for the move tool, and let's just drag that up to about there, and that is far too low for those, so let's go to that, drag that up forward a little. Cool. Okay, and then go back to the side view, and we're going to want to grab this, pull it that way, grab this one, pull it down, you know, because arms are not this weird arse shape, they are actually, you know, quite cylindrical looking. So that's what we are going for. Those. Cool. Awesome. Pull that in a touch. Pull that in a tad more. And there you go. So that's the armpit section. And again, let's just have a quick look in turbo smooth mode. And that's the arms. Let's just check this up in the viewport. Close enough to how I want it. Awesome. Okay, so again, back to the panes tool now, and I'm going to go back to panes, and I've got all that pre-selected. I'm going to go down to extrude again, extrude. This time I'm going to go straight back into some weird ass menu. I'm going to go straight back into the back selection, and then I'm just going to pull that out to roughly there. I'm going to resize it down a touch because the arms taper. Then I'm going to go to the W tool and I'm going to just drag it up so you can see there's not actually in line, but I'm following the contour down, so the sizing should be correct. And then I can deal with this arm, this bit here, afterwards. Okay, and then I'm going to extrude again. We taper it down just a touch more, and then I'm going to extrude one more time out into the main arm, and I'm going to size this up this time. Okay, so the distance there is the same as the distance down here. Now, because it's not really in line, what I actually want is I'm going to take all of these vertexes, W tool, and I'm going to drag everything up a touch, just to keep it in line. Okay, back to the panes tool. Let's extrude again, get this arm right. You can see how I'm doing this in small sections, just to make sure that I've got everything. Taper it down a touch. Back to extrude again. That needs to go right down and it needs to be repositioned. So I'm going to take that right down, reposition that to there, and the wrist is just about the same, so let's just have a quick look and see how that looks. Aha! Right, okay, so one thing we haven't done is, back to the left view, we haven't taken into account the depth, and that's messed up for us. Okay, so let's fix that next. Let's go, select all of this, W tool, that's not what I asked it to do. and then hold down the Alt key and deselect these vertexes. Everything on that line. So if this does happen to you, which it probably will do, it happened to me for ages to start with, for when I started modelling, you have to just grin and bear it pretty much. It's nuts. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Orthographic left view, and again splint. We want all of this to be in line, so you might be tempted to just delete it and start again, but you may well run into exactly the same problem the next time you do it. So just be patient, go back in. There's all modelling is about is just going over detail bit by detail bit, and just keep on going and trying again until you get there. That's how I learned, and that's how everyone learns and teaches themselves. And the best modelers out there have taught all of it themselves. So, you know, just stick with it. You will get there. This one may be a little bit boring for you, this video. I will try and include some new stuff now. In a second, as soon as we get this fixed. Okay, almost there. Get this wrist deselected. And we are there. Okie doke. So go back to that. I'm going to resize this down because that clearly should not be that big. Okay, and then there it is. Okay, so turn the turbo smooth back on, see how we look. Pretty realistic. I like that. I'm happy with that. Our arms are possibly a little too long, however they are, or should be, accurate to the drawing, so we're all good. Fine. She's only going to be clothed anyway. So yeah, anyway, that's the second video. I'm sorry if you're finding it a little boring, but again, it's all about repetition. If you just follow me as I do stuff, then you'll pick it up and you'll learn these tools, and it really when it becomes a second nature to you to use this and then use this and use this. I mean, you notice that I'm having issues with, you know, picking the right tool, and it's because I forget to switch the turbo smoothing off, or because I've done something stupid and selected the wrong mode or selection tool, or you know, the symmetry's playing up and the seaming's playing up a little bit. You know, you notice these things because you're doing it over and over again, and that's the whole point in this. You're going to learn by repetition. The best tool for learning anything, anywhere, ever, and that goes through in your whole life. Anyway, any comments, leave them down below. If you want to see something new, or you don't know how to do something, or you got a bit stuck, leave me a comment or chuck me a message. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.